Hi everyone, this is your astrologer Hassan Jaffer again with an update on the little prince who was just born in London at 4:24 p.m. The only difference between my last analysis and this one is that Venus is in Virgo and not Leo. The energy of the chart is a little bit different. Before it was almost in Libra, but it's the last degree of the full moon of moon being the last degrees of Capricorn, but especially the sun being in Cancer, 29 degrees and 59 minutes. One more minute, it would have been in Aquarius. Now, his rising sign is 27 degrees Scorpio, and is 3 degrees away from Sagittarius. Sagittarius would have been a much nicer ascendant, but for a monarch is fine because Scorpio is quite an intense type of a deep intensity. It also sometimes indicates when it goes through a major change in your life, through transformation because of life situations, but it's quite a powerful type of placement. However, for Sagittarius to be rising, the sun would have gone to Aquarius, and that wouldn't have made sense, as we had said that the full moon being in the moon being in Capricorn and the sun being in Cancer, which makes a lot of sense, and it won't be Leo, as Camilla had said, because Prince William is a Cancer, Sun Cancer, as we mentioned in the last audio also, the video, and moon was in Capricorn, the mother being a Capricorn, so it's a very strong tie. And both the Duchess and the Prince William, they were both born with a sun-moon connection. She was born with on a full moon, and Prince William was born on new moon. So it makes sense that the child is also, the young prince is also born with full moon. Now, Venus being in Virgo and it's in the 9th house. Now, there are some very, very special qualities about this chart. First of all, it's an extremely unselfish chart. And see, the moon was the first degree of Virgo. Florence Nightingale was born with Venus in Virgo, and she started nursing. As you know, it's a very unselfish placement, and it's almost a bit shy. Pierre Trudeau was also born with that. John Lennon was also born with that. Mick Jagger is also born with that, actually. But this is the side of them which is very conscious of health. Like Mick Jagger gets up at 5 o'clock for the exercises in the morning. So many musicians are also born with Venus and Virgo. Gives a nice sense of rhythm, but they are a little bit shy also. And they always like these assertive women. Now, he has a Venus-Neptune opposition, which makes him extremely idealistic. One of the aspects that Kate is also born with, and it also makes the person photogenic. The Venus-Saturn indicates probably like these older girls, also mature girls, but it also gives a sense of commitment. And Mercury is close to Mars, and which gives a high voice, a strong voice. Many of these tenors, etc., are born with. It's still a bit dictatorial. The Mercury-Pluto opposition makes a person dictatorial and self-oriented, but all these planets are in the 8th house. 8th house is other people's money. So they'll probably be handling a lot of the charities, and investment property will be fantastic in financial aspects, and will handle them really well, actually. So I've feeling, because there's also grand trine linking that Jupiter, the ability to raise large sums of money, etc., that we'll be able to do. But very unselfish child, and a bit reclusive, actually, with Saturn being in Scorpio in the 11th house plus Scorpio rising. And now Venus being in the 9th house, first of all, gives a love of philosophy and foreign countries, foreign lands, foreign people, foreign cultures, anything to do with philosophy, and it has a sort of any God's plan, including astrology and palmistry. Now, we don't expect him to go much into that, but it's the Venus being the 9th house. Anything which is the divine aspect, they absolutely love. And quite often when they meet people who are in a foreign country, he'll be like very much into, it's like a medicine man, person who's very much into the life sciences and the naturopathy and the natural fiber, but as opposed to flashy clothes, you'd prefer understated, or it's like pure Egyptian cotton, for example. That's that Virgo theme. And now, having Leo in the 9th house plus Venus in the 9th house is a very, very significant aspect. Leo indicates the areas that where you're famous for. So Leo indicates almost when a person feels like a hotline with God. As long as they can keep the ego there. Leonardo da Vinci was born with that. And so these are like some of the best preachers, having that Leo in the 9th house. So this is a fame. It's the way they talk, it's the way their connection with that. It's a deep spiritual aspect, actually. And Pisces and Aries in the 4th house. Pisces is an aspect of music at home, or when they're living in the ocean, in the water, or the lake. But most of all, it's a music aspect. Uranus in the 4th house indicates someone with Aquarius planets, and of course Kate has both Mercury and Venus in Aquarius, so that could be part of the reason. Now the prince has only 3 degrees of Scorpio remaining in the first house. The rest is all Sagittarius, which makes the person very philosophical and quite not totally independent, but in terms of philosophy, when they're very much into truth and philosophy and the mass education, etc. Now the chart is very much like Princess Diana. The sun sign in Cancer, Mercury in the sign of Cancer, trying to Neptune, and which Princess Diana was also born with, and so is Nicole Kidman. It gives a beautiful voice also quite often. And the Jupiter-Venus aspect is a very wealthy aspect to have. Of course, it gives the weight aspect, but this child wouldn't have to worry about the weight. Actually, it'll be very health conscious. And the negative things are the Mars-Uranus squares. So one of the aspects of freak actions, the head and spine, they always have to be very, very careful of that. Actually, it's part of the T-square, triple T-square here. But hopefully those grand trines with Jupiter will protect his health. The ideal complement to his personality would be those who have Taurus and Gemini planets. So Princess Diana, she had Venus in Taurus, and Prince William has Mercury in Gemini. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, this whole theme is with the father. This is the father's chart totally, that you'll have investments with the father. So this was the update on the young Princess chart. If you want to go to our website, under famous horoscopes under Prince William, you'll find it. Actually, we've given the whole interpretation in more detail here. And you can find right on the front page, right in the spotlight, as well as right in front. One leads to the YouTube, and the other one to the web page also. This is astrotrends.net, and this is Hassan Jaffer signing off now. And we wish the young couple all our congratulations and prayers with them.